Hi guys, today we are going to be talking about something called simplifying a ratio of univariate monomials. That's like a word salad in there, so let's break this down a little bit. We have this word ratio. That means we're going to be comparing two different numbers and we're going to be thinking about it in terms of like a quotient. You can almost think that a ratio is the same thing as a quotient, so we know that there's going to be some type of division in there. Univariate, we already have talked about. We know that whenever we see this prefix uni, that means one, so one variable, and then monomials. This also means one term. So one variable, one term. And I will give you an example of what that looks like here. 36u over 27u to the fifth power. Now this is a ratio. We are comparing 36u to 27u to the fifth power. And there's only one variable, in this case it's u, and there's only a single term in the numerator and a single term in the denominator. And our job is to simplify this. We need to make it and reduce it down to its smallest form. So the first thing that I see here is that we have coefficients in both the numerator and the denominator, and we also have a variable in the numerator and the denominator. So I can always go ahead and rewrite this out in terms of two different fractions. We don't always have to think about things in one giant clump. This might look a little bit easier to you. See, in this guy over here, we know that we can just use our power of the quotient rule right off the bat, and 36 over 27, we can just reduce that fraction down. Don't be afraid to break things apart. All this is multiplication, okay? So let's talk first about our coefficient of 36 over 27. To reduce this down, I need to find the number that both our numerator and denominator is divisible by. I know that 36 is divisible by 9 and 27 is divisible by 9. So if I divide by 9, oops, I wrote 3. 9, divide by 9 in both the numerator and the denominator. Remember, this is just simplifying a fraction. We end up with 36 over divided by 9, which is 4, and 27 divided by 9, which is 3. I know that this is the most reduced fraction because there is nothing besides 1 that goes into both 4 and 3. Okay, now let's use our quotient rule here to determine what this should be. We know that u is actually u to the first power, and 1 minus 5 is u to the negative fourth power. Now, if I want to talk about expanding this out, let's just, again, get some practice in. A single u over u times u times u times u times u. Oops, we're going off the page a little bit. There we go. We've got 5 u's. We're going to cross out the one whole, and we are left over with 4 u's in the denominator. So I'm going to rewrite this as 4 over 3 times 1. Remember, there's only a single 1, that coefficient of 1 left over in the numerator, over u to the fourth power. And if we combine all of this together, we end up with 4 over 3u to the fourth power. That is our final answer written in the proper format. We simplified this ratio down to its smallest form. Okay, let's go ahead and do one more example. We have 35y to the third over 7y to the second. This one's even a little bit easier because we don't have to think about any negative numbers, and guess what? 35 is divisible by 7. So 35 divided by 7 is 5, and then we know, using our quotient rule of exponents, y to the third over y to the second, 3 minus 1, we are left with a single y. Our final simplified answer is 5y. Thanks, guys, and I will talk to you later.